What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher 745 and Chapter 11 was just released. In this video I'm going to be showing you gameplay and mainly the storyline from Chapter 11 Mission 1. I'm going to cut out some of the gameplay just so that the video doesn't last too long, but I'm going to show you a few updates as well. So please stay tuned. I hope you enjoy the video. First, you're going to need to do 3 things to unlock Chapter 11. First, complete 1-star mastery in Chapter 10 Mission 5. Second, acquire a total of 151 story mastery stars. And third, recruit 25 heroes. And that is how you unlock Chapter 11. Now let's get started. The first mission is titled Mutants Take Manhattan, and Juggernaut ends up being the end boss. I think it's interesting that the storyline has Magneto declaring Manhattan a mutants-only nation, since Magneto is a playable character now, and I will use him in the mission, just kind of to be funny, and also because there are a lot of mechanical units that he will magnetize and do very well against throughout the mission. Now, while the dialogue is running, I just want to talk a little bit about the future of this channel. I plan on getting a better video editing software, and that should help improve the quality of the videos, transitions, things like that. It also will help immensely with the sound. Right now it's really hard to edit, especially audio. So in the future I plan on making videos at a higher quality. I also plan on putting out more videos and being more consistent. So I also wanted to let you know that I appreciate all the support so far. The likes, the comments, and those who have subscribed. And I noticed that people want PvP videos, so I definitely plan on releasing a PvP series, and I will talk more about that in its first video, which I plan on putting out a little later this week. Right now I have a lot of footage and I'm editing it, and there will definitely be a consistent running PvP series in between the other types of videos. So stay tuned for that. In this new mission, I felt like it'd be the perfect time to try new weapons, or at least new weapon combinations. And so I'm going to use 2 weapons from the 40th century set. The first weapon is called the Displacer. The Displacer does pretty good damage to one enemy. It is a guaranteed hit, and it also places a debuff called Time Stream Displacement. This says displacement increased when hit with temporal attacks, removed by all other attacks. It also causes damage when removed. It's a pretty good weapon by itself, but the combination really turns interesting when you put Baltag's Blaster into the mix. Baltag's Blaster does really good damage to one enemy. It also causes radiation exposure, and there's this thing called Time Sense. And Time Sense counters all attacks made by enemies with Time Stream Displacement. That's the exact debuff that the Displacer puts on them. So it's a really cool combination. So I wanted to try those 2 weapons out first off. The second part is I wanted to put Kazuri, which ignores defense, causes bleeding, has a chance to protect, and also a chance to counter. Let alone it heals you when attacking or you are attacked by someone with bleeding. I wanted to put that first to cause that counter attack to happen, and then Cat's Claw right after, and Cat's Claw hopefully will proc right behind it and cause Hemorrhaging Attack, which causes all applications of bleeding to trigger. I thought this would be a really cool, really interesting combo, and it could definitely be devastating when it works right. Well, I ended up seeing that servo bots were the primary enemy throughout the entire mission, so the whole bleed combination thing would not work too well. Also, they went down way too fast for me to hit them with the Baltag's Blaster counterattack, or I'd already have my other counterattacks going off and they would die. So I didn't really get it to work too often, but I'm still pretty confident that it's a good combination, and I will definitely use it in the future, and hopefully on bosses and things like that where it has a chance to work. In the beginning of this mission, I'm not using Hulk and Black Panther for any real reason, other than that I like to level people while doing missions. So they both need just a little bit of experience to level up. So I threw them in there just so I could get them ready to level. And later I will put Magneto in. And I actually recommend using Magneto in pretty much the entire mission 1, because you will face nothing but these servo bots, and he will just absolutely tear through them. First off, he magnetizes them, he does great damage to them, and then he has a chance to preemptively hit each one of them since they're magnetized before they attack. And he does that quite often once I put him on my team against them. So if you're looking for an easy way to beat the mission, definitely look at using Magneto. You can use him even in the boss battle, even though he's in the story and he's actually supposed to be running this operation or somewhat behind it. He's still able to be used. I think that if you'd end up facing Magneto as the end boss, they wouldn't let you use him, but he's not the end boss. The Juggernaut is. Besides the upcoming PvP series, I'm also going to be releasing videos on Spec Ops 7. I currently am on task number 25, so I'm about done with it. I've recorded all the footage for all of the tasks and the missions and things like that, so any information needed to unlock Ant-Man will be up probably this week as well. The only problem with putting up a lot of videos at once is you'll probably get less views on each one individually. So I'm going to have to space them out somewhat, but I am working on all of these videos right now, and that's kind of why I've taken so long to put up any. That's because I've been working on so many different things. There was the PvP tournament, and that was really hectic, especially at the end. For any of you that try the rank high in it, you know what I'm talking about. There's so many defensive battles at the end. It got absolutely insane once again. And then there's, Spec Ops 7 was released, and now Chapter 11. But since I was on when Chapter 11 came out, I wanted to get that out first. And I will work on the PvP series and work on Spec Ops 7, and I will have that out also very shortly. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with just a few more of the battles, the rest of the dialogue, and the end boss battle. And at the end of the video, I will give you a few of the updates that go along with Chapter 11's release. Well, there you have it. Chapter 11, Mission 1. And as the end dialogue is wrapping up, I want to talk about the other major release. And that is that there is a new ISO 8. It is much more powerful, and it is based on your agent's level when you acquire it. Now this is kind of good and kind of bad. It's nice to have a new ISO and a more powerful one. However, as you level up, and if you level up quite frequently, you'll kind of out-level it. And that's going to be pretty annoying to keep replacing. So I'm kind of torn. I believe it takes level 125 for you to equip it. And you have to go into your research, of course, and that's another problem. You'll have to research all the new ISO. But anyways, I plan on starting now and doing my best to research all the new ISO 8. And that's pretty much the other major announcement. The other thing is there are lucky shamrocks that are starting to drop. If you click on your allies and visit them, you'll notice that you get a few. It's just a little item for St. Patrick's Day. And that's pretty much what's new today. Or just recently, I suppose last night, if you're on the East Coast like me. But I hope you all enjoyed Chapter 11. I know I will. And I'll continue to put out more missions as I complete them. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos.